Hello, Alex.
How do you do, bud?
How's it going?
It's going. We're here.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
we are here doing this podcast. Finally got
Mm-hmm.
rescheduled. I don't know why. Oh yeah, you got
Just
called
some
into
work.
work, right?
Yep. Yep.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, so you're here because you are sort of a connoisseur on the local scene. At least that's
So,
what I would call you.
some will call it that. Yeah. Yeah.
I think Art would call it that.
Art would definitely call it that.
Here, you can move a little closer,
Okay. Here we go.
or move the mic closer to you.
That's true. Look at us.
Okay, so
There we are. How's that, bud?
that's good. That's much better.
Great.
So, what do you know about the local scene right now? Like what's going on? What's some big bands that are making some moves?
Well, you've got like the cornerstone bands, like the so my position in the scene is different than most. Most people normally choose a side. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like choose their genre and that's it. I'm all over the place, dude. I go to a lot of shows. Go to a ton of shows, and I go to everything from doom bands to thrash to. I went to an Attila show, dude. Like, and which I think Dakota brought up on here actually, but yeah. Let's see. Local bands. Saint Breaker's always killing it. They have an album coming out. I love Saint Breaker. Um, let's see. Of course, like the up and coming ones, like Dakota's Project, Silveria too. Super excited for that, and then also Cytera. Cytera,
Yeah, dude,
super
Cytera.
duper excited for Cytera.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Cytera's we're gonna make some shit happen
dude,
for
I
sure.
love everything about it. The logo, beautiful. The theme, like the album or the EP cover and everything. Love it.
Yeah, it's I mean we went to some outside sources for that obviously, but it's just kind of some stuff we're just putting down to like get our EP out. It's like we need to get music out, but you can't get music out without, you know, all the visual art as well.
Right.
So,
What's your guys' kind of structure? Like, what's your guys' like plan for Cytera? Like, do you have anything like as far as like how far away are we until I get to beat ass to some Cytera?
well, our sort of focus right now is we're just trying to get music out.
Hmm.
So, we're just trying to make like a constant maybe not like flood, but like a constant like um
Trickle in songs here and there.
yeah, it's I wouldn't say trickle either. We're trying to be
Right.
consistent.
Okay.
We're trying to like
Yeah.
release a song every like month or 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to like release a single and then release a single and then release a
Mm-hmm.
single and then maybe come out with like a 3 song something and then
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to be a work in progress for now, but our plan is consistency because we feel like a lot of bands out there are doing a lot of they're still trying to stick to the album kind of
Mm-hmm.
like framework,
Right.
and we want to jump on the new train of
Yeah.
releasing constant content
Mm-hmm.
because that's what gets people
It keeps
seen.
their attention.
Yeah,
It was
that's
yeah, and I think you I don't remember if it was with Dakota or Kyler or who, but I think you talked about this before, like like about the album thing. Like how you
yeah.
give somebody an album and then they'll listen to it in one day. You know what I mean? But if you're constantly putting out new music, I think that's
Yeah, you're just on their mind. You're like, what are they going to come out with next? What's the next single going to like sound like?
exactly.
Are they going to
Especially
switch?
if you guys are structured and like being consistent, like oh, I'll be looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. But I'm more interested in like what bands you think I should be looking at. I know what Cytera is doing.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like their manager. So
I know. That's true. What bands I think you should be looking at? Well, like I said before, Saint Breaker. I'm obsessed with Saint Breaker. I love Saint Breaker so much.
Saint Breaker.
Yeah, like
They're
death
from here,
metal.
right?
Yes, like deathy thrash. Um, they yeah, out of like the East Valley area. Yeah.
Think I should try to get one on my
Oh
podcast.
yeah.
Think
Oh,
they could
definitely.
get me
Yeah.
down?
Yeah.
You think that one of
Um,
them would be
I would be willing to say, yeah. I think maybe go after get a twofer, like maybe go after Vance, see what Vance is doing, because Vance drums in Scattered Guts and Saint Breaker, and that was Scattered Guts was my next.
ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Because Scattered Guts, they've done a lot too.
Oh yeah.
They've done a lot.
Oh yeah. Scattered Guts, they're OGs, man. You know, like they've been around forever and they kill it. I just saw Scattered Guts at Starlight Lounge last week, and I've seen them a million times, but it's always a party.
Yeah, man, it's cool to see bands that can consistently just bring destruction to the
Yeah,
stage and just
exactly. And
annihilate everybody.
yeah, and it's especially whenever it's on a stage like Starlight, you know, because
Hmm.
for some weird reason the metal scene really only survives out in the East Valley, you know, like out in Mesa, Tempe area.
It's because there's schools out there.
Yeah,
It's schools. It's the younger crowd.
it is.
West Side is more older
Yeah,
people, like, or yeah, well, it's like family and like older people.
yeah.
Like the East Side is all like you know rich people and college kids.
Hmm.
That's how Phoenix goes.
Yep. But like I was saying, like the East Side, like with the Nile and Club Red being over there, used to be over there, and like Yucca too. Yucca pulls some crowds too, but I mean we've had our own problems with Yucca. Yucca sucks, but Yucca, I appreciate Yucca for what it is, especially with Club Red being gone. But Yucca sucks. But yeah,
What sucks about it? Like, what do they need to work
security.
on? Like
It's security.
security?
Yeah,
What are they like too hard or
we've
what?
we've just had like almost every single time we go to Yucca, there's some kind of problem with security. They just don't know. They don't know how to run a metal show. You know, that's really all it is. It's same with Rebel. You know, Rebel Lounge. I like the Rebel Lounge. I've had really great experiences at the Rebel Lounge, but see, like these venues that don't normally host metal shows, they you can tell. You know,
So, like,
like
what's the difference? How would you describe it to somebody who like
so
doesn't go to a metal show?
so like the difference between a normal show and a metal
Yeah,
show.
like what's the
Oh, just
difference in
the
the security?
well, security that doesn't normally work metal shows, they'll see us start to pit, you know what I mean? And they'll just not know how to handle it. They'll think that it's getting out of hand when it's not, you know, like I'm getting the shit knocked out of me or I'm knocking the shit out of somebody else, but in between songs we've got the biggest smile, you know, or even during and we're giving each other hugs, you know, like
Yeah, like the security
they just don't
They
understand.
don't listen to metal.
Yeah, they don't understand. They don't understand that out there in the pit it's ruthless, but it's also all love, you know.
They need to like keep the idea of like Valhalla in mind.
Mm,
You go to war,
yep.
you like fucking kill the shit out of each other, and then
Mm-hmm.
like you go feast
Mm-hmm.
and have a huge party,
Exactly.
like fucking drink.
Exactly. And I've done my fair share of pitting. Don't get me wrong, you know. So I've been around the pits in Phoenix and
Oh yeah.
in every venue, you know, that operates out here, and it's just
Phoenix is weird because like we've got like a really wild metal scene,
mm-hmm.
and it's like it's pretty big, but I feel like it's just as big as other places,
Yeah,
but other places are bigger than Phoenix, so it kind of gets
exactly.
washed out.
Yeah,
But it's like in Phoenix, the metal scene is like huge.
it is.
It's like really big, but it gets no like you know, for lack of a better term, like screen time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get any like recognition just because like Phoenix is bleak.
Yeah,
There's nothing here. It's just a desert.
yeah.
But
It's also like I feel like everybody kind of keeps to themselves for the most part, though. Too, you know, like
that's another. Yeah, I was
there's
thinking
the
about
same
that earlier
crowd.
today.
Like with my like diversity in shows that I go to, like I see different crowds, you know what I mean? But it's the same crowd. So I could go to a deathcore show and I'll know people there because I've been to a ton of deathcore shows, you know, and they've got the deathcore crowd, and then I'll go to a thrash show and the thrash crowd is there. You know what I mean? Like they,
Right.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean they all kind of intertwine, but it's like it's so clicky too.
It's super
You know,
clicky.
that's kind of the problem I had with Arcanaut. Is like when we were doing Arcanaut, like it was so outside of like the genres that are around
Mm-hmm.
here. Like it was like too unique
Mm-hmm.
almost in the way that like didn't sound like anything else. So you couldn't we couldn't get billed at a deathcore show. We couldn't
Yeah.
get billed at like a death metal show. We couldn't
Mm-hmm.
get on the bill of like a a progressive metal. Like none
Exactly.
of them fit. So it was like all these little cliques that the crowd goes to these shows. It's like they never really hear Arcanaut's name because there
Right.
is no big circle that Arcanaut fits into.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it was kind of weird. It was difficult to like get seen almost
Mm-hmm.
because you don't fit in.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. I remember I saw Argonaut at a freak show. Remember the Hell's a Poppin'
Oh
thing?
man, that show was nuts, dude.
Dude, like that was one of the first shows I went to too, because like believe it or not, or well, what a lot of people don't know, what a lot of people are surprised to hear is I've only been in this scene since 2019, like early 2019.
Yeah.
That was my first introduction to any of this. You know, I listened to metal here and there, you know, beforehand, but other than that, it was pretty much exclusively old school hip hop. Like that's all I listened to in high school throughout all my adolescence, you know. As a high schooler, I always listened to that, and then
Oh wow.
early 2019, it was actually the house show that Arcanaut and Condemn played at Paige's house.
What? Really?
That was my introduction, yeah, to the whole scene, to
Are you
heavy
kidding
metal.
me?
No,
Seriously?
yeah, dude, I've got. That's what I'm telling you. Like Condemn Till Dawn, I fucking love those guys, and same with Arcanaut, dude.
Dude, that's a
Like
hell of an
that's
introduction.
yeah, that's and you know what's even crazier is the fact that I like that was it's just crazy how shit works, man. You know what I mean? Because like that happens, and then like now I live with art. You
Yeah.
know, like I remember meeting Art. I remember sitting there on the couch in Paige's house and being like, "Hey, my name's Alex. What's your name?" He's like, "My name's Art." And I was like, "Oh, I have an old coworker with a dope mustache named Art," and that was how it all started.
Dude, that's crazy. I remember that show. That show was nuts.
Yeah, it
Dude, I
was.
remember being there and like there was like some other kids from like dude, the house was full of like high schoolers.
Yeah.
Like and that was one thing that was like sketching me out. I was like looking around like, man, I feel like I'm in the wrong
Yeah.
place. And like everyone in Arcanaut was like, we're all the same age, we're all in our 20s. And we're just looking around like, man, what do we get invited to?
No,
And then
it was the it was friends of friends. It was outfitted more like a party than a house show. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Well, it
Like
was a party and they said, "Hey, let's have people play
yeah,
music at the party."
yeah.
And Arcanauts like, "Let's fucking go."
Oh fuck
And we
yeah,
were like, we're a fully equipped metal band, like
yeah.
we fucking destroying audiences at Club Red and all
Mm-hmm.
this shit. And we come into this house. Luckily, the house was brick.
Mm-hmm.
If that house was not a brick house,
Dude, the cops still showed up though.
the cops showed up, but it was like after the set.
Yeah, it
I
was.
mean, if we did a fucking sound check, if somebody strummed their instruments in a
Mm-hmm.
house that wasn't brick, like a piece of shit stucco
Yep.
cookie cutter house, like
Mm-hmm.
the whole neighborhood would have heard it.
Yeah.
Like it would have not have been good. But I remember being at that show and like the there were two other was there another band one band or two
Well, it
bands?
was Condemned Till Dawn, Arcanaut, and then Noah. Noah played some like solo acoustic stuff. And then I'm not sure. There could have been other people playing.
There was
I'm
like
not
a whole
sure.
band there and these kids were like just jamming pretty
I know
much.
exactly who. Yeah, that
And
was. I think that was a mutual friend, or not a mutual friend, a friend of Dakota's girl, Dakota Douglas.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was Dakota's friends. That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
And Yeah, that was it was kind of funny because like we agreed that everybody would get like a half hour
Yeah.
pretty much just so the cops would like not get called too quick. And everybody gets a half hour, and these guys were taking forever. They're taking fucking forever to
Hmm.
like, and they're just fucking around the whole time. They're like missing equipment. And we're like, oh my god! And like we like two bands who've done this shit before. We're just standing there like, oh god damn it! Like, and they were asking us if we had certain chords, and
Oh
like,
man.
yes, here, go,
Right.
play.
Yeah.
So by
Dude.
the time we got up, they were already frustrated. Like the members of Arkansas were already frustrated, and I was standing there, and like I remember Dakota coming up to me and being like, "I don't know what to do. They they're they won't they can't hook up. They can't figure this out." And I'm like, Dakota, listen to me. You need to figure this out. You need to ask them these questions.
Hmm.
Ask them this and this. And I was like trying to get her, like teach her, like
Hmm.
this is how you host a party.
Right.
Go do it. Like you
Hmm.
invited these motherfuckers. Go take
Right.
care of them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like it's your problem, not mine. Stop asking me
Exactly.
questions.
Yeah.
Go take
It's
care
like
of
I'm
this
just waiting for my
shit.
time slot, man.
I don't know. If Dakota hears this, I hope you learned something that night.
Me too, Dakota. You know, you got to get your shit together, right?
You'll figure it out. That was a rough night.
Yeah. It
It
was
was a
no,
good
but
time though.
that night was fantastic,
Yeah, it was
man.
great.
I cherish that night so much because that's what introduced me to all of this. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't at that show that night.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't.
You went to the house show
At your place?
at my place,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah,
Did you go to both of them?
yeah.
Were there? Yeah, yeah, you went to both of them,
I
right?
think
And
so.
then yeah, dude, that was nuts. The first one was just Argonaut. The second one,
Was
Argonaut and Condemned.
yeah, I think I went to both.
The cops did not get called on
Yeah.
either of those shows.
Hmm.
Everyone was always worried. They were always asking me like, "Oh man, are the cops going to show up?" No,
Yeah.
no. Just don't worry about that. Just drink. Here, have a
Hmm.
beer.
Yeah, there was a keg, right?
The first one had two kegs.
Yeah.
We didn't finish them.
Yeah, dude, at that show, or at the party on at Pages, we got a keg and didn't finish it, and so the next day we like recruited like a bunch of friends to try and finish this keg, and it was fucking nasty, dude. It was so flat. It was warm, flat. It was
Gross.
Dos Equis. I haven't been able to drink Dos Equis since then, dude. It's got to be an extreme situation if I'm gonna drink some Dos Equis.
My band members like swear on Dos Equis,
Yeah.
and I drink it because it's there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if I buy beer to bring to the studio to put in the fridge,
Yeah.
it's IPAs
Yeah.
usually.
And that's how I am too. Like I appreciate good beer, you know, like IPAs especially.
Well, it's a unique kind of beer.
It
It's just
is.
super bitter, but I love bitter.
Yeah, me
so.
too. I love it. But like a certain there's certain times for an IPA, you know? Like I'm not about to drink an IPA or 10 to 15 IPAs before a show, you know? Like
No.
I'm going to be feeling heavy. So that's when we resort to good old Coors. Good old
Yeah.
Coors Light, yeah.
Well, at Club Red, it was PBR.
It was, yeah, but
Because they were
also at
cheap.
Club Red it was moon juice too, and I would
They had
always
moon
buy moon
juices.
juice.
I would always start with a moon juice, and then
Yeah.
I would move to PBRs after I didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Dude, I miss Club Red, man. There's no venue the same. There will never be a venue anywhere near close to me,
Uh,
at least.
Yeah, I mean, there's sentimental value there,
There is.
but they just hosted a lot of metal shows.
But
They were just
also,
the
dude,
leader in metal
yeah,
around here.
the layer, like the layout too of Club Red was perfect.
It was really good.
Like,
Two stages, and it
yeah.
just forked out right off the
yeah,
entrance.
and they had the pit area and the standing room. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like it was perfect. You know what I mean? The pit area was condensed. Like at the Nile, I love the Nile, and I'm extremely grateful for the Nile for what they've been doing, like hosting shows
They
because
have to.
they have to. Yeah,
So many metal artists who got
yeah.
fucking handed such a shit hand
Mhm.
for Club Red going
Yeah.
off the table. Like,
And I hope
uh,
somehow, some way, man, Club Red can make a return. I don't even care if it's in the same venue. It's just I just hope Club Red can be Club Red. Oh, my bad. Club Red can be Club Red again. You know, the Nile's cool, but there's too much room up there. You can't get a good pit.
Yeah.
Well, you can, but it's got to be sold out, and the place holds like 850 people. So
Yeah, it's kind of awkward,
yeah,
but I mean, Club Red was good for pits, that's for sure. I mean, just for like local shit that's like, I mean, it wasn't like fucking off the handle like I don't know. I'm just thinking of like either the auction pavilion, the
mm-hmm.
pits you get at those kind of shows, like with like a Monomarth. It's
Yeah,
just like wild, fucking 30 people,
fucking full on Vikings in there,
too
like
too much.
yeah, like drinking out of horns and shit, like
Yeah, I'm
fire. There's fire.
I'm the asshole that always goes the other way. I'm just
Oh yeah,
I'm
oh
the
yeah,
berserker that just like no, and I just
yep,
run the opposite
hell yeah.
direction and I try to stop the flow.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why
There,
my
yeah,
left
there's
shoulder's fucked up.
yeah, there's people like that for sure. Like Roman.
That's me.
Yeah, no, Roman from he's in the more like the deathcore scene. He's in a band called Malnourished.
Yeah.
He's always pitting the opposite way with his hands behind his back. Like like he holds his hands behind his back and is just fucking running it the opposite direction. It's
Nice.
great.
I'm gonna
Roman's a
meet this
beast.
dude.
Oh yeah, Roman's a fucking animal.
I think we'd get along.
We actually we went to a Malnourished show a couple months ago, and it was upstairs at the Nile, which is asking a lot. And there wasn't a whole lot of people there because there was a competing show. I think Soulfly was playing that night, and Saint Breaker, and Ocean Harvest, and all sorts of local bands. Shadow Guild, they were all playing at the Marquee that night, and so we actually went to Malnourished that night instead. And uh yeah, like it was kind of dead in there because whenever you just have an all local show upstairs, you're asking a lot, you know what I mean? But Revival Fest did that and they actually packed that place out. Were you
Nice.
there?
No, I wasn't. I haven't been to a show in a while.
What was the last show you went to?
The last show I went to was the Condemned show.
In July?
Um,
July 30th at the Rebel?
think so. Yeah, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, Maya
And
played it too.
Amaya was there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that show was
remember
dope.
Dakota was wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. It was like a rubber ducky shirt or something.
No,
I
it's
forget.
yeah, it has like tigers on it and flowers and
Yeah,
shit.
it was like
Yeah.
this bright blue shirt.
Yep.
He's like the only motherfucker who wasn't wearing black.
Yep. Dude, we went to Lamb of God and Megadeth, me and Dakota, and got pit tickets and everything. And Dakota wore, I think, if I remember correctly, I think he wore like he has matching shorts for that shirt. So I think he
Oh,
wore the
wow.
whole thing. If I remember correctly. If it wasn't those shorts, it was some
Wait, when was that?
pants. That was August. Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
they're actually coming back. Like they're doing a second leg of that tour, Lamb of God and Megadeth, and they're coming back to Tucson. I'm gonna try and go to that for
Wow.
sure. Lamb of God's my favorite band. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, I'm gonna try and make it to that for sure.
I went to this one show. It was called Gigantour. It had Megadeth,
Hmm.
Children of Bodom,
Hmm.
Job for a Cowboy.
Nice.
Fuck, it was so long ago.
I just found out
Who
that
were the
they're
other
actually
two?
local to here. I didn't know that.
Who?
Job for a Cowboy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
They're from Arizona.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I should hit them up.
You should.
See if one of them will get on the
Gate Creeper
podcast.
too. Yeah.
Gate Creeper?
Yeah, hit up Chase, dude.
Okay.
He has the dopest mustache in the scene for sure.
The dopest mustache.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah. Dude, we were outside the Nile drinking beers for Exhumed, maybe? I don't remember what show it was. There's so many. But Chase from Gate Creeper walked past and we were in the back lot. I was like, hey, Chase. He was like, what's up, dude? And I was like, you got such a sick mustache. And he was like, oh, thanks, man. We just went about our night, dude. Dude, he has the sickest mustache. It's a thing of beauty.
Well, I won't even ask for details. I'll just look it up.
Oh yeah.
What's
Chase
the band?
Mason. Gate Creeper.
Gate Creeper.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'll look that up. I'll send a message out. I've been trying to get
Someone.
other people to be on my podcast. So if you have any suggestions, just let me know. I mean, I've got a Gate Creeper. I'll hit them up. You said um Job for Cowboy.
Oh yeah, right. Job for Cowboy.
We'll see. We'll see if they
Dude,
want that.
fucking try and get Vance on here.
Yeah, Vance,
Yeah.
that's right. From
Saint Breaker and
Saint
Scattered
Breaker,
Guts.
Saint Breaker and Scattered Guts.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
See if anyone else from those bands wants to come on too.
Yeah. Dude, that would be a good point of view to get on here because, I mean, well, in my opinion, I've got a different opinion, a different point of view than most people that you would have on here. I'm not in a band, you know what I mean? Like I just go to shows and I'm friends with people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, whatever.
Like, but
that's a good opinion to have.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a good perspective. I
yeah,
mean, there you need that perspective.
yeah. But I'm telling you, man, like on the east side over there, like Scattered Guts and Skatebreaker, they run the scene. They run the scene over there. They can pull a crowd no matter what.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They pulled a crowd at Starlight. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to do some more research and reach out.
You should.
See if they'll lend me a hand with this little project I've got.
Have you ever
going on.
thought about like doing more than one people at a time?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I could do like two people at a time for sure. Um, I don't know if I would do like more than that though.
Yeah.
Having three guests, for one, I only have three microphones,
Right. Yeah.
so I would
Right.
have to get another microphone to do
Mm.
that. And I feel like everyone would have to wear headphones. I know this little mixer here, it's got like four headphones. They're all like color coded and all that. And I could plug four headphones into here. But and everybody could have their own volume knob, or whatever, but I would have to have four headphones too, which I don't. I only have two.
Right.
So, I could do multiple guests. I could do three people,
Mm.
me included. So I could do
Right.
two guests at a time.
Gotcha.
But with more equipment, I could do like
A whole
technically
band.
three guests.
Yeah.
I could do more, but I don't want to do a podcast with more than four people total
Yeah.
because
Crosstalk.
it just gets crazy.
Mhm.
And the reason you'd have to wear headphones is because of crosstalk. It just reminds you, just listening with your ears. I'm sure just you and I talking with each other or talking over each other because we're not wearing headphones.
Mm.
If we were wearing headphones, it would be like
Yeah.
1 and 0 kind of thing. It would be a lot easier. Just your brain would understand it. But I don't really give a shit about that because I haven't had more than one person on at a time, anyways.
Right.
But I have been curious. I might try to get a couple members of Amaya on.
Do it, dude.
I wanted to get Wade and Bradley on.
Oh yeah.
Those
fucking
two
saints.
together.
Yeah.
That
Do
that'd be an
I'm
entertaining
sure
episode.
that they would be down.
Yeah,
for sure.
that'd be cool.
Hell yeah. Do
And
it.
also, I want to get Nate and Ian
Oh yeah.
on the same
Dude,
episode.
get Tim on here too. You need Tim and Emilio. Oh, you need.
Oh, yeah.
Get Tim and Emilio, and then Nate and Ian. Yeah.
Tim and Emilio.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, we need to throw Kyler in there.
I haven't
too.
met Emilio.
Well, Kyler's done it.
Haven't really met Emilio. I know
Emilio's
all the
cool.
other dudes in Condemned, but Emilio.
Dude, Emilio fits so seamlessly into Fabio's place, man.
I don't doubt it.
He really did, and that's what that band needed. You know what I mean? They needed someone who could fit seamlessly, just like Fabio. And Emilio.
Fabio did fit.
He did.
Fabio was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
I'm glad Emilio is also perfect.
Yeah, Emilio works out just fine. Yeah, but Emilio's a busy guy, man. He's in another band too called Bloodsaw, and they're more on the west, maybe not the west side of the scene, but they fit more into that side of the scene.
What do you mean? Like what kind of? You said Bloodsaw?
Bloodsaw, yeah, they're like old school death metal-y. You know, they're sick. They're pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
I like anything old school metal.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I've seen them more times than I can count. You know, I just got a
That's
shirt.
good.
Actually, I just got a shirt
Nice.
So
Did they just make one or something?
no, they've had shirts.
Yeah.
I just barely just got one though. But yeah, we love Emilio and supporting him and whatever he does.
That's cool, man. I'll have to check those guys out too.
Yeah, Bloodsaw, Bloodsaw, Bloodsaw.
You have to say it in that voice,
Yeah,
or it's
no,
not a
no,
metal
no.
band.
It's Bloodsaw. Yeah,
If you can't say it with that voice, it doesn't count.
yeah, no,
Like,
exactly.
Cytera.
Yeah, Cytera.
Yeah, you can do anything like with that voice.
Yeah,
If you can say your band in a metal voice, you're good. If you can't,
maybe you're even more good.
I don't know.
No,
Has it
but
been done?
yeah, I'm sure, dude. Like that fucking one band, like Sanguisabog. I don't even know if that's how you say it. I don't even know.
What did you just say to me?
Sanguisabog.
Sanguisabog.
Yeah, it could be different. I don't know. Sanguisugabog, no idea. But it's just like Zalve. There's this band that I just call Zalve, and it's like 150 characters of just letters, but the first four are Zalve.
Are they like
So
from fucking
don't know where they're
Switzerland or
don't
some
know where
shit?
they're from. I think they're just doing it to be annoying. I feel like that's like a thing.
Did they just like take that one town from like Norway or whatever that has
Probably.
like the
Yeah, they've
super
spun a
long name?
globe,
Yeah,
like spun it around, just put their finger there, and they were like, "That's our band name." Yeah,
just slam their forehead into a keyboard 5 times.
exactly.
Just
Yeah.
like, all
No,
right.
no, like yes, exactly. Like that's 100% it. There's no way they could have come up with that any
Interesting.
other way. But they're cool too. They're like kind of like a grindy, like grindcore-ish sort of band, Zalve. But
So, is there another band from here you think I should have on, or what? Like, I'm trying to come to you to get information. Like, I want you to tell me where I can get some good stories because you're the guy who goes to all the shows.
I do go to all the
Who
shows.
should be on my show?
Um, I don't know. See, like, I mean, it's just all the homies, Like,
That's fine, dude. Homies are homies.
Like,
That's why
well,
you're here. You're
like,
fucking one of the homies, bro.
like, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I would have to put some more thought into that because there's just so many. It's almost overwhelming.
Do you
Like,
expect me not to ask you questions?
no, I didn't expect you to not ask me questions. All right, let's
That's
see.
all right, man. Whatever comes to mind, it's fine.
I'm just trying to think of bands of people who would actually be willing to like go and do a podcast. You know what
Somebody
I
I
mean?
hit up recently. I don't know if this might jog your memory or thoughts a little bit, but I hit up Killing Floor or not Killing Floor, Kill Command.
Kill Command, yeah, Sage,
Killing
Sage,
Floor.
the
What
drummer, the
fuck am I
drummer,
thinking?
the drummer
Uh,
for Kill Command is the same drummer in Bloodsaw. His name's Sage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I hit up Kill Command recently, and I don't know who runs their social media or whatever, but I just sent them a message, and they responded back pretty quick, and they're interested in be on the episode. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know who I was talking to. Really, it could have been like one of four people.
See, I only know Sage. I don't know anybody else in that band. I've
don't
seen
know.
them a few times,
I've seen them a few
and
times.
they're cool. They're really
They
cool.
they sound good.
Yeah, they sound great.
They sound like Kill 'Em All Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they sound like the Metallica's first album,
Yep.
and it's just like, dude, that album, fucking, I don't know, I don't know what it is about Kill 'Em All, but
Yeah,
that old school thrash style
yeah, I love
always
it.
gets to me.
See, the thing that I'm listening to, or the thing I'm listening for whenever I'm listening to music, is like pit riffs, and headbang riffs. Just like I'm just sick in the head, dude. Like I love to pit and I love to beat people up, and it's
Well,
so fun.
if the tempo is above 100 BPM, I can beat people up to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So if it's fast as fuck, I'm good.
Yeah,
Like that's the
exactly.
kind of shit I like. Like Skeleton Witch.
Mm.
The Skeleton Witch is nothing but just fast
I've
fucking
listened
power
to.
riffs.
I don't remember what album it was. I listened to one album, and it was actually not that long ago from Skeleton Witch, but I just recently found out about them.
Dude, they've got some crazy artwork too.
Yeah.
I don't know who does their artwork, but it looks like old school classical paintings.
Mm-hmm.
It's like skulls with like snakes going through the eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Dude, my musical taste has taken a turn recently. It was usually like anything, as far as metal at least, anything heavy, anything I could see myself just beating ass to. You know
Right.
what I mean? Um, but and I don't know if it has anything to do with me hanging out with art a lot more,
Yeah.
or smoking more weed or like what. But like I've been really into doom, like
Dude,
doom metal, man. That shit is
art
so groovy.
art has showed me some shit that's like fucking
Yeah.
crazy. It's like, God damn, art, how do you even find this?
Dude, that man will
Like,
straight up sit there and listen to 10 minutes of feedback. That's it. And he'll be like digging it. I'm not quite at that point. I'm
art is a
not.
nerd.
Art is a super nerd,
He's gonna
but
be on
I
here at
love
some
art.
point.
Yeah.
He's a lovable dude.
Yeah, dude, art's the best.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah. Dude, Dakota's the best too. Fucking
Huh?
Dakota's the best too, dude.
Dakota?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, me, Art, and Dakota, we are like inseparable. Like,
There's a lot of guys in the metal scene that are just like so fucking like it's weird because like the metal scene like nobody has any like reservations. Nobody's like
mm-hmm.
trying to fucking act a certain way. Nobody's like, oh, I don't want to do this because these people are gonna find me fucking
Exactly.
weird or
Exactly,
whatever.
man.
No, nah, dude. People who like metal, people who go to metal shows and stuff, they don't give a fuck.
No, yeah.
And
That's
it's so obvious. It's
yeah,
so fucking
it
obvious.
is.
It's pretty crazy.
That's my favorite part, dude. Like every single show, I don't even know how many shows I've gone to like in the last 6 months alone, dude. Like it's crazy. Like every time I go to a show, I have this moment, okay? I have this moment where sure I might be literally dripping sweat, drunk as shit, whatever, and I'm standing there and it's usually in the same spot, okay? It's usually I'm taking a break from the pit. I'm standing in the eye of the pit. Pit's going around me in all directions, okay? And I always have this moment where I'm just looking at the stage trying to catch my breath, you know what I mean? And like I've never felt more present in my life than being at a show. Like I'm always worrying about shit that I've done or shit that's coming up, you know what I mean? Like always
Right.
thinking about the future or the past, but like being at a show is like the only time in my life that I've ever felt like present. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's probably like a huge reason why I go to so many cuz it's therapeutic, dude. It really is. And it's so funny to think about because you listen to that kind of music, it's extremely aggressive. It doesn't sound therapeutic at all. It sounds stressful, you know?
Let's
But
escape.
it is, man. It really is.
Fucking
It's
get out of this ridiculous reality for a little
exactly.
bit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I know what you mean, but getting older, like you have to be careful, like because when you pit,
Oh, I
when
know.
you're older, it's like fucking break yourself, but
Mhm.
you're living in the moment, so you're not thinking about it. You're like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna fuck this
Exactly.
guy up, and then like
Yep.
you hit him super hard, and then like you're on the floor, and you're like somebody's like yanking you up back to your feet.
Mhm.
You're like, let's go again, and
Yep.
you're not thinking about like how your
Dude,
shoulder feels.
the amount of the amount of torture I've put my body through
Yeah,
is
dude.
is just unreal.
Yeah, man. When
It's
were you at that Slayer show?
at
The
auction.
the Auction
I
Slayer
was,
show?
yeah, but I
Us.
I had a broken wrist
So you
at
couldn't do
that.
shit.
Yeah, I didn't do shit. Yeah, that both times I've seen Lamb of God, I was injured. So the first time I had a broken wrist, and then last time in August I had a busted knee, a gash on my forehead. I had three broken fingers, a concussion. Like,
Right.
like it was. Yeah, I've just been thrashing my body recently, and I've started to slow down a little bit on that because, like, man,
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
dude, I'm only 24 years old, but I'm like feeling it every day.
Yeah, dude, it gets to the point where you just don't heal the same way
Yeah.
anymore.
Dude, like my fingers I broke at Deicide. I broke these three fingers and there's and like I mean I didn't go to the doctor or anything. I just threw some popsicle sticks and some tape on there, you know.
That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Like well, I guess I did go to the doctor. I went to urgent care the next day and all they gave me was tape. That's it. Just tape.
Tape your fingers
And
together.
yeah, they're like, tape your finger. They're broken. They're snapped. Just tape them together. And I was like, nah, I need some popsicle sticks, dude.
Use to splint this shit.
Yeah, that was awful, dude. Deicide. That was probably. It's hard to declare a show of the year because I've been to so many and so many good ones too. But show of the year for 2021 would probably be a toss up between Deicide and the Black Dahlia murder, and then for different reasons, Lamb of God and Megadeth. Like Lamb of God and Megadeth is just on a completely different spectrum. Like I transcended for Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Like I was watching Lamb of God and I literally left my body. But
And Lamb of God's all right. I mean, it's not my style, but
it's
yeah, I can tell.
I love Lamb of God.
Yeah, you mentioned Black Dahlia though. My eyes light up.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, that Black Dahlia murder show.
Oh my god, those guys, they put on a show.
They do. It was that Black Dahlia murder show was up there in terms of pits I've ever been in because it was sold out at the Nile and everyone there was down to pit, dude. It was just like that was the first show where I ended up half naked, like in the crowd. Like shirt was off, like it was too hot, and the Nile's hot as fuck anyway. But like, yeah, that was
if I drink more than like 3 beers at a metal show that's outside,
yeah,
if it's outside, like my shirt's probably gonna come off.
yeah.
I don't know, dude. Something about moshing with my shirt soaked is horrible.
It is.
I have to get the wet shirt off, and then I can truly go berserk.
Mm-hmm.
You could truly fuck some shit up.
Oh yeah.
But if you have a wet shirt just restricting you the whole time,
Oh yeah.
it's like Ken Pachi with his eye patch.
Dude, at Deicide, it was the first show back from COVID, okay? Or not the first show, but the first nationally touring act back.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I went a little bit too hard, man. Like I died at that show. I think we dude, I don't know how much we drank. We drank White Claws before that show, not beer. We just drank White Claws. And we drank dude, yeah.
That's questionable.
No, they're light on the belly. So that's why we did
You
it.
can drink a lot of them, but
Yeah.
then like you just drank a lot of liquid.
Yeah, exactly. But dude, I'm telling, like, whenever we go to a show and we're drinking, you know what I mean? Like,
You
it
don't
doesn't
care.
really matter what
forget.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
In between every set, like, we're back out there in the parking lot, just getting her done, you know? But Deicide, I don't know how many White Claws we killed. We had to have killed dozens and dozens and dozens. And I was so fucking drunk. And the whole show was awesome. I don't remember who exactly played. I think 6 Million Dead opened it up. They're like a black metal-y band out of like they're local. And then Deicide, who else played that show? Internal Bleeding, they were super sick. Cataclysm, also dope.
I love Cataclysm.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're coming back on February 21st, I think. 22nd.
That's close to my birthday.
Yeah. And then we had Deicide rounding out the show. And I remember I was with Dakota and Emilio, and I was drunk as shit during Deicide's set, and the pit was just going ham all night. And it was in between songs, and I told Dakota and Emilio, I was like, guys, if the next song starts like this, and I went, da 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 da, I was like, it's called In the Minds of Evil. If the next song starts like this, I'm getting on stage. I was like, I don't care. Like if the next song starts like that, I'm getting on stage. I'm jumping off the stage. 5 seconds later, da 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 da. In the Minds of Evil comes on. I parted that crowd like Moses and the Red Sea, and I went all the way up to the front, got on stage, turned around, looked at the crowd for a second, banged my head a couple times, and did a front flip off the stage. And I guess I only did half a front flip because I landed on my head and I got knocked out.
Oh shit!
and broke 3 fingers at the same time. So
You need to tuck.
yeah, I didn't tuck. I didn't tuck for shit, man. I didn't tuck for shit. I fucking just sent it full. I guess I dove off stage. I guess I didn't fucking flip
It
because I
was
only
more of a
went
dive.
halfway. Like, but yeah, landed on my shoulder, banged my head, broke my fingers. It was
Only the stage was like 5 feet taller.
see the Nile stage is pretty tall, man. The Nile stage is pretty
It
tall.
was tall from the bottom.
But honestly, at first I was kind of irritated because I was like, man, no one even tried. Like no one, like I just jumped off the stage. No one even tried to catch me. But then I was like, nah, I wouldn't catch me either. Like I'm too fucking big. Like if I saw someone my size doing a front flip off the stage, yeah, I'm moving too. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I see most of the people I see like crowd surfing are chicks,
Yeah,
so they're like 120
yeah.
pounds.
But dude,
You know,
also we went to the Acacia Strain. We went to an Acacia Strain show, and one of the opening acts, one of the vocalists, just straight up did a front flip off the stage into a crowd of people, demolished them, got back up on stage, and then just kept going. Like I was like,
what an
damn,
asshole!
I should have done it like that. Like,
Just pick the most dense spot
yeah,
and
no,
just
he did.
hit
He
them.
yeah he picked the most dense spot, and he did a front flip off the stage, landed on top of them, took them all to the ground, got up, and got back on stage.
All right, well,
Yeah.
you got to break your fall. You can't just hit the floor.
Oh, I hit the floor.
Uh,
Dome to the floor, knocked
you
out,
can't
cold.
trust people, dude. You
I
have to
know.
take people's
I
trust.
know.
You can't just expect it. You have to
Apparently,
take it.
dude. Apparently, I fucking cleared the whole crowd. Apparently, I apparently I jumped off that stage and landed in the pit area, dude. I don't remember. All I remember is fighting my way through the crowd, getting on stage, and then my ears were ringing, dude. Like,
Kamikaze right on
yeah,
the floor.
exactly. Yeah.
Dude, this one that show I was talking about earlier, the Megadeth one, the
Mhm.
Gigantour.
Yeah.
Dude, this chick, like I was the only one wearing a yellow shirt. It was really weird. Like I felt like I was like I don't know, like alienated almost.
Hmm.
It was weird. But after moshing a whole bunch, everybody's gunning for me, so I'm tired as fuck.
Yep.
I'm standing out. I'm wearing a yellow t-shirt that's like a tall, so
Hmm.
it's like going all the way down like to my thighs, and I'm in high school, so I'm like this kid who's wearing a big ass yellow t-shirt at a metal show. Everybody's fucking trying to hit me in the
Right.
pit. And I was tired, so I got out. And this I was just standing there enjoying the show, and this chick next to me just taps me on the shoulder and is like, "Hey, I want to go up. I want to."
Yep.
Like she's just pointing and like she wants to crowd surf or
Yeah.
something. I'm like, okay, I guess. Like I was in a pretty dense part of the crowd,
Hmm.
and she taps the guy next to like on the other side of her, and she's like, "I want to go up." Like she wanted both of us to pick her up,
Yeah.
and so we picked her up, and like this guy was having trouble, and I was just like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And I was in like football, I was lifting every single day, like in high school football.
Yeah.
So I just like launched this chick as hard as I could,
Hell yeah.
and it was bad because like we were facing towards the stage, so
Yeah.
nobody was watching, nobody was paying attention.
Yeah.
They were all looking the wrong way. So she just went into the crowd and just disappeared. Like
Nice. Hell yeah.
I don't know
Love
what
that.
happened to her, dude.
Yeah.
But I just launched this girl. I wasn't thinking at all. Like I was just tired as fuck. Like I just
Hmm.
got done moshing. I was like, okay, come here. Like I fucking launched her into the crowd, and like
Right.
she almost like jumped off my shoulder pretty much. And yeah, I didn't see her after that. She just kind of like tumbled into the audience, and
Yeah.
it
Dude.
probably didn't end well.
Dude, Lamb of God and Megadeth in August was crazy because we had this lady, me and Dakota had this lady and her daughter that just kept coming back, being like, put us up, put us up. We'd send them up, they'd come back. Put us up. And
Nice.
dude, I even crowd surfed at that show. There's a
Nice.
video on YouTube of me fucking getting picked up, my big ass getting picked up and sent over the crowd. It's pretty cool.
You should send me the video.
I'll send it to you.
Tag it in the
Dope.
podcast if you want.
Nice. Yeah, I'll send you the
Just
video.
see if somebody can find you.
Dude, no, it's clear. It's clear. Like I'm there.
It's clearly you.
Yeah, I've got my fingers are all taped together. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like,
Broken fingers and
yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a knee brace on because the show I went to the night before that, like somebody destroyed my knee. My head was split open because I destroyed my face at a Saint Breaker show. Like it was all bad, but we made it happen. So
Yeah, dude, that fucking Slayer show I went to, it was I just kept going back to the mosh pit over and over. It was like during Amon Amarth
yeah,
when it really was, but I would go into the mosh pit and do like a few circles and like try to like stop the flow like I normally do. I try to just go the opposite way and like see how many people get mad at me. And like, the angrier they get, the more accomplished I feel. So I just try to stop people and like get ran over. But eventually they stack up and I just can't stop them. But after doing that a few times, like I just remember like running out, just jumping out of the mosh pit and sprinting back like 20 or 30 feet and then just like slamming onto the ground, like onto the grass, just on my back, like with shirtless, just hit the ground and like breathing, my eyes super wide and like trying to catch my breath. And yeah, I just remember people always like walking past me like, oh my God, is this guy okay?
right,
Just sitting there like, I'm fine.
right.
Like, just go back, like get back up, like I have to go back. Like just do that over and over.
Right.
That was probably the most cardio I ever got
Seriously.
in like fucking years. But
Do you think we could pause for a second?
oh yeah, sure,
I
man.
got a piss.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pause.
That.
No, it's good. And we're back.
Sorry, internet.
Internet. You think the whole internet's watching this garbage? This is fucking trash, dude.
Well,
Nobody's watching this.
Hey, no, some people from the internet are definitely watching this.
Yeah, some people from the internet are fucking idiots and they enjoy
true.
this garbage.
I know. Look at us, huh? We're in a movie theater.
Yeah, it's pretty much just the local metalheads watching this right now.
Yeah, what's
Not
up,
even.
guys? Hey, guys.
I wish it was the whole metal scene. Where the
Right?
fuck are you?
Yeah. Where you guys at, dude?
I'll pick all of you up. I don't care.
Dude, hit up Spencer. Do his podcast.
Like I'm so important. Who the
You
fuck
are.
am I?
You're the host.
Nobody knows me yet.
Dude, you're Spencer. Come
Yeah.
on now.
The guy who ran the merch table for Arcanaut.
Shut the fuck up. That band doesn't exist anymore.
No, it doesn't. It does not exist anymore. Yeah, we rebranded as Cytera.
That's
Pretty
exciting.
much like most of the old members.
Mhm.
4 out of 5
Mm-hmm.
made a new band, Cytera. So
Super stoked on it too.
check it out. Actually, we don't have any music up yet, so coming out on the 28th.
On the 28th, huh?
The 28th of January.
Hell yeah.
Going to be releasing a single, and then hopefully a month after that another one, and then a month after that another one.
Hell
And
yeah.
we'll see how long we can keep that rolling.
Dope.
Since we're recording all of it in a living room, it's all through DIs. It's all electronic through like plugins and stuff. Like we're just trying to get the concept of the song to
Right.
the internet.
Yeah.
And then live, it's gonna sound however the fuck we want it to sound.
Exactly.
You want to see the band live, that's how they sound live. You want to hear a recording, that's how it sounds recorded. If
Yeah.
you don't understand the difference by now, you probably shouldn't be listening to music.
Right.
Like,
Dude, I heard that Luis is not playing guitar. Is Luis not playing guitar? Is he just frontman?
that's to be determined. I'm not sure if they've figured that out for live shows yet. I
Okay.
think that he might still play rhythm,
Okay.
but I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I've been focusing more on social media and
Yeah.
and like how the vocals sound. Like I did a
Yeah.
little work on the mixing for the vocals, but other than that, I'm not really doing much with their creative process. I kind
Right.
of stay out of that.
Yeah.
So you'd have to ask Louise.
Right. It's been a while since I've seen any of those guys except Art.
If you text them, I'm sure they'd respond.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Oh, you could just ask Art. I'm sure Art knows more than I do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Art's in the creative circle.
Yeah, he
I'm the
is.
one dude in Cytera who doesn't play an instrument. So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
the guy standing outside, like
Hell
saying,
yeah.
like, hey, you guys should do this, you should do this. We need to post on social media these days. We need to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm that annoying motherfucker.
No, that's dope.
But, I feel like a band needs that
They
dude.
do.
But usually one of them plays an instrument. The guy who does that
Yeah.
also plays an instrument. But
Yeah, but
I feel like when I met Arcanaut, they didn't have anybody, like all of them were so determined to like fucking play on a stage and reach the world. And it's like that's doesn't work. That's unrealistic.
yeah.
Like playing on a stage is what you do for fun. That's how
Mm-hmm.
you get your music. Like that's like an archaic form of getting music to the public. That's like
Yeah.
ancient. You don't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they needed somebody to like kick their ass into the right direction.
Yeah. And
And
that's
that's where I
awesome.
kind of try to jump in and show them the ropes, but I didn't know what I was doing either. It's a learning curve for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be the outside perspective.
How did you end up getting in with Arcanaut? Like, what did you
Um,
know any of them
I've
beforehand,
I've
or
known Dan since high school. We had like
okay?
art class together. We don't fucking made friends in high school, and then after a while, I was like asking him about making music because I wanted to like be a singer for like a like blues or blues rock or something. Like
Mm.
I haven't like I was writing music on a guitar for a little bit, but um I try to like get into vocalists or like recording my own music just to get some shit on paper. But so he
Right.
he came over and showed me some stuff, some programs, got me Reaper. He got me some other stuff on like Easy Drummer, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and so he showed me some stuff on how to record, but I never really followed through with that. But
Right.
I stuck with them, and I was talking with Dan about Arcanaut and all that when they were getting up and running, and I kind of just met up with them like while they were practicing. I came over every once in a while, and I ended up drawing their logo. I drew the Arcanaut
Really,
logo. Yeah,
really.
I drew that up, and he liked it. I actually drew that while I was in the Navy.
Hmm.
I was like in Maryland, and I drew that logo.
Hmm.
And when I came back to AZ and moved back, I like met up with him. I was hanging out with him at practice every once in a while, and I just pitched it to him. I was like, "Hey guys, so it looks like you guys need an outside eye on this kind of shit. You guys are all focused on the music. Um, I could help you out and show you what the fans want,
Hmm.
or what people are talking about, or what you guys need from my perspective.
Exactly. Yeah.
What it looks like
That's
from somebody who's
relatable too.
not in the band."
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's relatable to me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and that's kind of where I was. I was like in your position where I was like going to shows and stuff, but like I wasn't a part of any of the bands. But it was
yeah.
like, I saw Arcanaut and I know Dan, and I like
Mm-hmm.
got to know those guys. I went to some parties that they threw. I went to their studio and hung out with
Yeah.
them, and I got to know them really well. And I was just like, hey, like, I could be a member of your team. Like, you guys put out some fucking damn good music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, Arcanaut Live was insane. It
Oh,
was something else. It was
dude.
totally unique. Like,
Seriously, like I hate putting out like top 5 bands up there, but like Arcanauts up there,
dude,
and
like
it's such a shame that
it's
it's not a thing anymore. But it really makes me happy and really stoked for Cytera because from the little I've heard, yeah, yeah,
Cytera sounds like Arcanaut, but
yeah,
they have their shit together.
yeah.
So it's like the sound of Arcanaut, but like more produced, more like professional. We've got like a new focus on mastering the music and getting people to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
What are we supposed to sound like? If we can get all of those singles out and all of those singles sound exactly how we want people to like think of us,
Mm.
then when you go on stage, everybody plays and it exceeds those
Yeah,
expectations
exactly.
because
Yeah.
you know a band always exceeds the expectations of the CD. So
Right.
if you can
Yeah.
make the CD sound good
Yeah.
and you play live and you can do it better than the CD,
Mm-hmm.
you're killing it. Like
Yeah.
you're fucking destroying everybody.
Dude, I've got the Argonaut EP in my car
I have it too.
right now. Like,
Yeah, I have it
like it's
too.
right outside.
I
But
actually have the Condemned Till Dawn EP as well. Like,
really?
signed by all
Nice.
the members.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Fabio signed it.
Fuck
So-
yeah. Oh, I love that.
I have
Dude.
Fabio's signature on a Condemned EP.
Hell yeah. That's sick.
I hope they go somewhere, dude. That's gonna
Dude,
be
yeah.
worth
Oh,
some
dude.
money.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Original member Fabio Vasquez.
Yeah. He's
Dude.
probably gonna hear this and be like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, if Fabio's listening to this, Fabio, this is for you, okay? I love you.
Who
That's
doesn't?
it.
Who,
Dude,
who doesn't love Fabio, man?
Dude, Fabio's a saint.
He's the kindest. Like
Fabio was sent down from the fucking Most High, man.
from the Most High. Smoke all you under the table.
Yeah, Fabio's the man. I love you, Fobs.
Yeah, dude. I remember I was sitting in his apartment one time. Like it was me and Kyler, Fabio, and Jen. Um, and we were all hanging out in Fabio's apartment. It was like, I think it was just us and like Nate and Ian were living there, but they were like out drinking or something. But we were up and I was showing them one of my songs. I was like playing on guitar, on Fabio's guitar, and I was showing them one of my songs that I had written, and I was like teaching Kyler the lyrics, and he was like singing it for me as I was playing. I was like trying to teach him.
Nice.
But it got way too late. It was like 10:30, almost 11. And we were like fucking singing and playing guitar. It's like, we should stop. This is an apartment. And then Ian and fucking Nate got home and they were like screaming and fucking.
Fuck
We were
yeah.
like, why did we even stop? Those guys are monsters. They're
Yeah.
just fucking like,
Yeah, dude, no,
going crazy.
those guys are monsters.
oh man.
Dude, I actually just celebrated New Year's with them, and
Oh man, I bet that was wild.
yeah, dude, Tim went through a window, dude.
What?
Like,
Fucking Tim.
like the front window of the house. Like, well, I guess he didn't go all the way through, but he sure as fuck broke it.
Oh my god.
He broke that window. But no, those dudes know how to party, man. And like on the bachelor party too. Like Tim, man.
Oh, yeah.
Tim, dude.
Dakota's bachelor party. Tim was there.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim was there. Yeah. We got drunk. We got real
Dakota
drunk.
was telling me how much alcohol you guys had.
A lot. I don't even know how much. I think there was over 300 beers, but there was also kind of a lot of us, but I don't know.
Dude, I can drink some beers.
Yeah, oh yeah. Me too.
Dude, if they don't have like 8% alcohol, I can put them down.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's like water.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I think I don't know, man. We had 300 plus beers, whole bunch of liquor. Yeah, not much in terms of anything else. It was pretty much just those. And if I recall correctly, I think, well, so they went up there Thursday, I think, and then I went up there Friday. So I went up there Friday, left Sunday. So Friday night, I think I got there at like 10 p.m. Me and Tim rode up together after looking for the clip for Wade. Fuck you, Wade. And they were all irritated too because like we got there like 10, 11 p.m. and it was like
That's
it was
miserable.
because we spent 2 hours looking for a clip for Wade. Fuck you, Wade. But yeah, we looked for a clip for Wade, but then we got up there and we got drunk the first night. But then the second day, like we woke up, like, you know, it's camping. You wake up crack of dawn. You know what I mean? Like you wake up 7 o'clock in the morning. We all got up. Tristan and Logan, our buddies, came up on Saturday morning and we just started drinking. We started drinking 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we were drinking all day. And I think, well, Dakota claims Art was the drunkest. Okay. I don't know if Art was the drunkest because I was drunk enough to have passed out already. Between the hours of about 7:30 a.m. and 5 p.m., I had like I think the number is 28. I had 28 beers, whole bunch of Jack, some other whiskey, some Jameson, some up like just all sorts. I was just drinking all day long, and I actually bought a tent, brand new tent, and a air mattress, and I set it up in my tent. And I was so fucking drunk. I think I got up to go take a piss or something, but I like was falling over. Like I was that drunk. And so I took a piss and then I just laid down on top of my tent. Didn't get in. I ruined the tent. Tent's ruined.
It's okay.
Broken. But I
Tents
slept.
are overrated.
Yeah. Yeah, I slept on top of my tent and just drunk as shit, man. So fucking drunk. I felt passed out. Sun was high in the sky still. Like woke up at
Man,
4 a.m.
if you're well, you passed out in the middle of the day and woke
Yeah,
up at 4 a.m.
yeah. Well, I only woke up at 4 a.m. because Dakota was like, "Yo," I heard Dakota go, "Yo, uh, where's Alex?" And I just started laughing. And because I passed out on top of my tent, but I ended up waking up inside of my tent, but with all the poles like not stood up anymore. Like they were all
So you
flat. And so
crawled in at
yeah,
some
so
point. You like
so
crawled into the tent.
somehow I crawled into my tent, got in my sleeping bag, fucking tent collapsed on top of me, so the tent was my blanket on top of the sleeping bag, I guess. But
Nice.
yeah, dude, camping, yeah,
Yeah, we do this.
especially
Me and my dad and my brother, we go to this camping thing every year, and it's like this annual camp out we do, and there's a bunch of other dudes who do it, and it's been going on for like 40 years.
oh
But the
really?
group is like really tiny.
Really?
There's only like 20 of us,
Mm,
and me and my brother are like trying to grow the next generation. And I don't want to say the name of it out loud because I don't want it to get like publicity or
right,
anything.
yeah.
But
Hey, keep it what it is.
as much publicity as this fucking piece of
Oh,
garbage
dude,
has.
we're fucking competing with Joe today.
Competing with Joe Rogan all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
We're gonna get there someday. I'm gonna beat him,
yeah.
or he's gonna be on my podcast as a
We're gonna get
guest.
yeah, we're gonna
One or
get
the
a
other.
we're gonna get a Manscaped ad going in here soon.
I mean, I could if
maybe
they'd pay me, I would do it. But
maybe on it. Hit up on it, dude.
if one of the 20 people that listen to this bought products, maybe.
No, there'll be more than 20. There'll be 25 this time. Watch.
Maybe we'll see. I don't know. It depends how many people you share it to.
Right, right, right. No, I've got a whole bunch of people at work actually trying to listen to this.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's so
Hey.
wild to me.
Hey guys. Hey Big Five team.
Guys. So me and my brother and my dad, we go to this annual camping trip. We just go up to Payson.
Yeah. Like the rim or
And
what?
we have been recently. We did have a camping spot that was like fucking amazing, right by Weber Creek. It was like there was running water
Yeah.
right next to us,
nice.
and it was amazing.
Yeah, that's
Like
the
it was like right like tucked in between some private property. Like people didn't know
nice.
how to get there. There's a whole bunch of like keep out signs, but it was national land, so
Nice.
they couldn't really kick you out.
Yeah.
But it was like this awesome strip of land next to this creek, but they closed it down due to some endangered frog species.
Bullshit.
Total bullshit. Total fucking bullshit. Like there's no way that was the case. It was
Right.
because of litter. People
Yeah.
go up there and fucking trash the land and they don't pick up
Yeah.
after themselves. It happens all the fucking time, every holiday.
Yep.
And but so our place got closed down. It wasn't right next to the water. I think there was a year when I was like 5 or 6. I remember it. Like my dad and his buddies built a dam.
Hmm.
They like dammed the creek.
Nice.
They brought a bunch of plastic bags and like
Hell yeah.
a box of plastic bags, and like
Yeah.
they just stacked a bunch of rocks and like lined it with plastic and made a swimming hole.
Nice.
Creek, like
Dude,
totally
that's awesome.
illegal, totally
Yeah.
illegal. But
No, that's dope,
they
dude.
did it anyways. Like
Yeah.
that's the kind of shit.
It's harmless.
That was before I was invited. I wasn't allowed to Wally World at that point. There's like some rules to it. I just said the name, whatever. But you have to be 21. You have to be invited by somebody.
Hmm.
who's been there
So it's
before.
like a secret society kind of.
Sort of. It's not secret anymore.
Well, yeah, you just
But
fucking ruined it. Now you're
no,
dead.
it wasn't
They're coming.
secret.
Whoever's the head of this
It's
shit is coming for you.
exclusive, not secret. It's
Okay. No, that's fair.
exclusive.
That's fair. That's
The
fair.
only way to come is you have to be invited by
Right.
somebody who's been there.
Yeah.
You have to be 21. You have to be a dude.
Okay.
You can't be a chick.
Dope.
It means you have to have a penis and balls.
Yes. Penis and balls.
Just to clarify, that might be confusing to some people.
Yes.
But that matters in this group for some reason.
Okay.
I can't disclose until you get there.
Right.
But
Jesus Christ. Okay. Continue.
Not really that important.
But it's the most important piece of the
It's a
puzzle.
joke. But my plan is to indoctrinate the whole metal family into this
Oh, nice.
group, but I can only do it a little bit at a time,
Right.
I have to do it exponentially. If
Mhm.
I'm following the rules, I have to invite one person, right?
Oh, one
And
person
then-
a year.
And then they can invite a person next year, and I can invite somebody else. That's 4 of us now.
Okay.
And
Oh,
the next
I
time
see.
it'll be 8 of us.
Mm.
So I have to slowly indoctrinate people. And the reason that rule exists is because they don't want somebody to be like, hey, I got my buddies. And they bring up 20 people who just
Yeah.
fucking trash everything and everybody's pissed off.
Yeah.
It's like, if you bring people one at a time, you can say, like, hey, don't bring that motherfucker back.
Yeah.
And it's never happened.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
But no, yeah,
Usually-
those things need to be in place.
Yeah. I mean, usually when it's a slow trickle and you get, like, kind of introduced to the people and, like, it's like a slow kind of growth where people are like, hey, I was here last year. This is how shit works. Like, here's like this person, like proper introductions and all that.
Mm.
Like, it's a lot more comfortable than just bringing a group of 6 people out of nowhere. It gets pretty awkward.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool thing. Like, I mean, eventually you'll have an opportunity to go, I'm sure. If I
Dope.
invite Art,
Dope.
he'll probably invite you.
Dope. Dude, I love
But
camping.
it might take a few years.
Dude, I don't camp nearly enough, but I love it so
It's
much.
a good one. It's like a weekend for the year. Some people go up on like Thursday. Some
Mhm.
people leave on Tuesday.
Right.
So it's like an entire week or whatever, however many days you want to take off. But it's just a bunch of old guys go up and
Nice.
just do some crazy shit.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Alcohol
Really.
is one of the drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I feel that. This sounds like a hoot, man.
Dude, it's fucking great because it's just a bunch of dudes like just unwinding, like talking shit,
Yeah.
having some comedy, talking. Well, my dad always brings up politics.
Yeah.
My dad's the politics guy.
Yeah.
He's the dude who always brings it up. And then there's always some dude who's trying to play devil's advocate. He's always,
Mhm.
oh, but what about this? Trying
Yeah,
to be funny. And my
those
dad's like,
characters are everywhere.
no, it
Yeah.
cannot be like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm always on my dad's side.
Right. It's family, yeah.
He's right,
Yeah.
but he's being an asshole.
There's always those two characters though, no matter what situation.
Always. I'm used to it though, so I know what to expect.
Right.
But man, yeah, like we gotta get some other. Maybe we can start up another annual tradition, like something else.
Yeah.
Maybe we can like have chicks involved too.
Well, hey, the I mean, it's more on the musical side of things, but I guess they're trying to make Revival Fest an annual thing. So we've got an annual event there.
Why is it called Revival Fest?
So they called it Revival Fest because of they're trying to pay or like because it's like the revival of live music because of COVID and all that. Like live music just ceased to exist, and then we played like a good amount of the year with shows, and then they just wanted to get one big thing going, and I guess they want to make it annual. So I guess they kind of want to try and make it bigger next time, like maybe not only locals, like maybe an Arizona local that's moved past the local scene if possible, you know what I mean?
Job for a cowboy,
or like a gate creeper or something like that too. Like
Right.
or maybe like something like that. Yeah, like a
Scatter
bigger band.
Guts.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'd fit.
no, they would, but it's I don't know. Like they were just I don't remember. I don't know. I just think that they were trying to get like a bigger band who's made it past the local scene to like come back and try and
That's
do
hard.
something for the Arizona
There's
local
really not a
crowd.
lot of money in Phoenix.
Yeah,
You kind of have to hit Phoenix. It's one
yeah,
of those sites. Like
yeah,
it's not the spot on the tour that's going to make you money.
yeah.
It's the spot that you have to hit so that people aren't mad at you.
Exactly, because
Like
I will be very mad if tours don't stop here, or if
a
tours
lot of
go.
people would. There's a
Dude,
big metal scene
yeah,
here, but there's just not a lot of money here.
yeah,
That's all.
and there is tours that are not stopping here.
I know it happens all the time, and I see comments. Like I go on Facebook and I see comments like, "Where's this? Where's Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Phoenix? Where's Mesa?" Blah blah
Yeah,
blah. And there's a huge metal scene here, but it's like you don't make money in Phoenix.
yeah, yeah.
You just
Unfortunately,
don't. Because like people just don't have money here. Like they still like metal, they just don't have money.
yeah,
Like so it's like
exactly.
you're only gonna sell one t-shirt instead of three.
Yep.
So it's like you don't make as much money on merch, you don't make as much money on tickets, the venues are smaller, like the
Mm-hmm.
crowds are smaller, but like as far as a percentage of population, there's a lot of fucking metalheads here.
There is.
It blows my mind how many people like I meet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just be wearing like, an Opeth shirt or like fucking Black Dahlia or whatever. And like just some random dude is Circle K, like, oh, I like your shirt.
Dude,
I
yeah,
like your shirt, man.
yeah.
Like, oh, cool, thanks.
Dude,
You know?
I've actually like, because at work I normally wear like a button-up shirt, but underneath like I have a metal like a band tee,
Yeah.
And I've actually seen it's happened more than once. I've seen people come into my store, customers, and will be wearing the same T-shirt, and
Yeah.
so I'll unbutton my shirt. I'll be like, dude, look,
Check it out.
yeah, check it out. I remember one time I was actually working a truck shift at my store, and this was probably 2 years ago at least. It was during COVID, and I was wearing a Gate Creeper shirt, and this guy ended up coming into the store, um, and it was Chase from Gate Creeper, and he was like, "Hey, dude, nice shirt," and I was like, "Oh, thanks, dude." But then later on, I realized I was like, "Wait," I was like, "That guy looked familiar, dude." I was like, who was that guy? And it
Nice.
was fucking Chase. So yeah, Chase told me I had a nice shirt, and it was his band, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I know that guy." But it was like height of COVID, you know what I mean? So I was like, who fuck? I haven't seen anybody from the scene in so long. I was like, who was that?
Dude, he probably got so much satisfaction that you didn't recognize
I
him.
know, exactly, and that's
That
what I
you
was.
had his shirt and that
Yeah,
you didn't recognize him. He was
yeah,
probably like,
yeah,
this motherfucker
exactly. No, exactly.
didn't even know who I
Yeah,
was.
no, and then whenever I told him that he had a nice mustache outside of the Nile, um, I always like I ended up thinking like, man, he probably appreciates that. You know what I mean? Because like it's Chase from Gate Creeper. Gate Creeper has blown the fuck up. Anybody who sees Chase is probably fanboying or fangirling or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, hey Chase, nice mustache, dude. Like that's it. And he's like, thanks, man. I bet he appreciates that. I
Yeah,
bet he
you need
does.
you need that like subtle humor
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah, because
that like
he's been showing up at like small shows too, like small shows at the Nile,
nice.
which is interesting.
Well, I
But
mean, if you live around here,
exactly, yeah,
if that's what you used to do before you had a band that was like, getting bigger,
yeah,
probably just want to go back to it.
mm-hmm,
Go see a show, go see a local show.
yeah. I guess he used to host shows,
What
like
does that mean?
like he used to like promote shows, like out like
Oh,
in the DIY scene more so, like
hmm.
the crusty like in the
Storage
storage
container.
unit. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like in the storage fucking container shows,
Ugh.
which are the best, but also the worst. Those shows are sick.
Knowing what I know now about like audio and sound, I couldn't go to one
See,
of
but
those. It
sometimes,
would drive me
sometimes
crazy.
the fucking crusty ass sound and the crusty ass space and everything, man, it just fits and it works. And it's a
I don't
vibe.
know. I've never been to a show in a storage container, so I don't know.
Dude, there was this place called Disco Inferno, which is kind of hush hush, but I'll speak about it here for a minute, I guess. It was this DIY place in Phoenix, and it's just this tiny little room, like a I don't know what to compare it to for the people listening, but it was about I don't know, maybe the size of this room. Doubt it.
It's like 20 by 20,
Maybe, yeah. Maybe a
so
little smaller.
like a big living room.
Yeah, and it's some band's practice space, and they were hosting shows out of there, and they were doing like super crusty DIY underground bands who, if you had any kind of following on the internet, like you weren't allowed to play. Like it was like super underground, dope. But I guess somebody leaked the address, and so now it's um they're on a hiatus, which is unfortunate because shit got crazy in there.
That means they need to move locations. They're not on hiatus. They need
They're
to move locations.
from what I heard, they're just on hiatus and they're gonna pick back up at the same spot at a later date. Don't know when.
I feel like that shit's gonna happen to Metalhead's MC.
Could, yeah, it could. Metalhead's MC is dope though.
I don't really like talking about them so publicly.
What Metalheads?
I'll mention their name, but
Yeah,
man, that place is dope.
yeah.
I love that place. I
It
wish I
is.
could go back. I need to talk to those dudes. Fuck, who was it? Is it the guy in Pelvic Meatloaf? Byron? Is he the
I don't know.
is he
I don't
is
know.
he in that circle? I think so.
I
Pelvic
know.
Meatloaf.
I
They're
don't.
in that circle,
Yeah,
right?
no, they're definitely in that circle. In that circle, I don't know if any of them are like directly affiliated.
I thought that was their practice space.
I'm not sure. I have no idea. It could be. Totally could be. But
I'll have to look it
I
up.
know that I saw like the Metalheads MC like anniversary, like 8th anniversary show or whatever at Club Red a couple years ago, and Pelvic Meatloaf headlined it. So I know that
Yeah,
Pelvic Meatloaf is associated.
Pretty sure a couple of those guys own the club. So
Hmm.
I think they own it. That's why it's like a venue, sort of. It's like a private venue.
Yeah,
Dude, that place is dope. You've been there, right?
I've been there a few times. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that place is sweet.
I thought that I had been to every Argonaut show, but I didn't go to the Argonaut show at Metalheads.
Oh, that
I was
one
not
was
there.
fun. That was a good one. My brother went to that show.
Yeah,
He doesn't go to a lot of shows, but he went to that one.
I always hear
He was-
about that show from Art.
Yeah, it was funny because I remember the one thing that stands out in my mind is that he was wearing a white shirt, like a completely white shirt. He's the only one wearing a white shirt, but it was a Flesh God Apocalypse shirt.
Oh, nice.
So it was like, I think it was a king, and it was like, it had like the crazy like zombie looking king on it or whatever, but it had Flesh God Apocalypse,
Dope.
and Jen walked up to him and goes, "That band sucks. I've heard them live, and they just sound like noise or whatever." Like started talking shit about Flesh God Apocalypse, and then he noticed that she was wearing a dress at a metal show. And it's like, okay, come from the one who wears a fucking dress.
Right.
Like, all right, whatever.
I remember- I remember-
talk shit about
yeah.
my fucking shirt.
Exactly.
He was all like,
It's
fuck
like, at
you.
least it's a metal band, you fuckhead.
That's like the first time he even met her.
Yeah.
He was like just straight up like talking shit. Like,
Hell
that's
yeah.
great,
I
dude.
respect that.
It was great.
I remember one of the first shows I went to, it was actually a Saint Breaker. I think it was the first time I saw Saint Breaker and Thraw. And I was gonna go with Paige, and I was wearing a white T-shirt, a white Vans tee, and she was like,
Nice.
"You can't wear that." And I was like,
Dude, it really
I was like,
depends,
"Why?"
dude.
I was like, "Why? It's just a white shirt," and she was like, "Nah, you're gonna have to change." And I was like, "All right, well." So I changed, and everything was fine. I'm sure everything would have been fine anyway, but
Well, if you're not wearing black, people look at you.
they do. Yeah,
They do.
and I feel like
they fucking stare at you.
Mhm.
If you're in the pit, they aim for you.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I've done it, dude. I've
Yeah.
done it. And like not even
Yeah.
consciously. Like
Mhm.
you're in the pit and like everybody's wearing black. You're like, oh, and then like somebody wearing red scrolls by your
Exactly.
vision, just flashes in front of you. You're like, red.
Dude, yeah, it's
Target.
Like, it's like yeah, it's like cops or whatever, like pulling over cars. Like a red car is like so many times more likely to get pulled over than a white car and then a yellow car and all.
Well,
You
yeah.
just
I mean,
notice that.
yeah, sure. I have the well, more than half the cars. I'm pretty sure like 80, 70 to 80% of the cars out there are probably white and black
Yeah,
or silver.
yeah,
Those three colors, anything else gets way more attention.
yeah. It does.
But I don't know, blue's getting pretty common too. I
It
see a
is.
lot of fucking blue cars out there.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just always think back to that time I went to Gigantour, the yellow shirt on, and
You goose.
dude, it was nuts because like I was fucking going crazy, and it was at the cricket pavilion, and the whole front half of that venue is grass,
Yeah.
and it was raining that day.
Oh
So it
Jesus.
was mud. It was not grass anymore. That grass probably took years to come back
All right.
because everyone destroyed the fuck out of that
Mm-hmm.
grass.
Yep.
And so I was in the pit, and that was like my first time in a mosh pit. I
Mm-hmm.
was in football already, so I was a lineman in football. So I was
Nice.
used to being in the middle of fucking chaos.
Mm.
That's where I lived. I fucking loved it. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I was a lineman. I loved being a lineman, just in the middle of everything fucked up.
Nice.
And so I went to a metal show. My brother dragged me to it. I was like listening to Metallica and Iron Maiden. I was not into metal. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I liked classic metal. I listened to AC/DC and Kiss and,
Right.
Kansas, like classic
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
classic rock. And I don't really listen to that stuff anymore after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I went to that show and it was raining, it was muddy, and I ran out of the pit, so I was exhausted. I had enough. I jumped, and I was like, "This is the edge. I'll just jump out of the pit." And somebody fell in front of me, and it clipped my feet, and I just face planted in the mud,
Hell yeah.
just face down from my knees all the way to my face, like
Fuck
literally
yeah.
got in my hair. Like I just face planted in mud. And this dude who was like 4 times bigger than me just grabbed my hand, like he engulfed my whole hand. Like he was like it
Yeah.
was like a Lord of the Rings scene or
Nice.
something. Dude, he just picks me up like nothing. Cause I was like 17.
Mm.
He just yanks me up and he's like, dude, that was dope. He just like fist pounds me.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
he had a
that's
ring that could have been my bracelet.
exactly. Yeah.
He's like, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
just sent me on my way. I was like covered in mud, like so happy.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I love about the scene,
And it
man.
got really cold.
Yeah. Yeah. A little cold outside in the
It
mud.
was fucking nuts, dude. I actually got a ride home with somebody else, like somebody who wasn't my brother. My brother like drove home. It was still raining though. That's why I didn't get a ride home with him.
Mm.
I rode in the bed of his truck all the way there. It was like a fucking 40-minute drive to Mesa, and then I got a ride with somebody else. It was like his mom's minivan. You know Michael Sims?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. He was a dude in the metal scene for a while. I know that the guys in Argonaut know him, but he ended up joining the military and like moved off.
Mm.
But his mom picked us up, and I was just the one guy just covered in fucking mud.
Nice.
She never met before.
Nice.
It's like I just knew them from school. I was like, hey, can I get a ride home with you guys? I really don't want to ride in the bed of a truck.
Yeah, while it's raining. Yeah.
Like I'll freeze to death.
Right.
So I got in this poor lady's van, just covered in mud. I like sat next to the door. I was like, I'll try not to move. It's pretty
Hey, at
fun.
least she
Though.
gave you a ride though.
Dude, it was nuts. Dude, that show was my indoctrination to metal. Like
Yeah.
after that show, I was like, I can't get enough. And like the next show after that I went to was like a Black Dahlia show, and I just fell in love with Black Dahlia. Like I don't know what it is about like Trevor and his vocals. Like his vocals on top of the guitars, like the guitars just fucking sing. And then the vocals on top of it, like the rhythm of like his cadence, is so unique. It's so crazy. Like it falls in places it shouldn't,
Yeah.
but it sounds so fucking
It does.
good.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn, he hits totally different beats than the guitars do.
Yeah.
It's like they like layer on top of each other almost. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Dude, I recently actually started to get more into the Black Dahlia Murder, and they're sick.
Dude,
They're super sick. And seeing them live was fucking nuts.
it's incredible. I saw
About to
I
see them
think-
again too, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but they're not. It's not going to be in Phoenix.
Oh,
Of
you're gonna go out of
course.
state for it?
I would love to. Yeah.
Is it gonna be
If
California or something?
yeah, either Vegas or maybe San
Go
Diego
to
or
Vegas.
something. Yeah.
Fuck California. I
Yeah.
cannot say that enough.
Seriously, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that
But
place.
no,
Oh
it's
my
Black
god.
Dahlia with Parkway Drive and Hatebreed and someone else. I don't know, but it looks dope.
Parkway
And
Drive
yeah,
in Black Dahlia.
yeah, interesting.
That's kind of.
Yeah, and well, it's
I
Parkway
could see hate
Drive. It's
breed.
Parkway Drive, then Hatebreed, then Black Dahlia, then somebody else. I
Wait,
don't
who is Black Dahlia closer to the headline?
know.
So Parkway Drive is headlining.
Yes, Parkway Drive. It's Parkway Drive tour.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah,
Parkway Drive is more poppy,
yeah.
like pop metal, if that's
Hmm.
a thing.
Yeah,
I think it's a thing.
yeah. It is totally. Yeah,
Pop metal.
dude. I'm telling you, like, there's so many different fucking variations of metal. Like,
Yeah.
it could sound like it came out of a trash can, which I love, or it could sound great, and I also love it. So,
It could sound great or bad. Either
yeah.
way.
like no, seriously, like some of that old school death metal shit, like some Bolt Thrower. You ever listen to Bolt Thrower, dude? Like their recorded shit just sounds like it like was recorded on a trash can, and it's dope. It's a part of the aesthetic.
I don't like listening to that on a recording.
I do.
If it's live, I don't mind.
See, if that's the only option, like that's the only option I have to listen to Bolt Thrower. You know what I mean? Bolt Thrower is great.
Well, they
Love Bolt
need
Thrower.
some they need some knowledge. They need
Well,
some expertise.
They're no longer. They're old, man. They're fucking old.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. I mean, just bands that I just wish that like that wasn't a thing, you
Like
know? Like
garbage sound.
the garbage
Yeah.
sound. Like maybe it's like a cool thing that people like
Yeah.
and I just don't see it.
I see. I think it is that because, like Singwisabog or however the fuck you say it, they sound like garbage,
Yeah.
but they're also dope. I think it's a part of their sound. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. There's just like I don't know. I hear it mostly in drums. Like whenever the drums sound like trash, that's how you know it's some crusty ass shit. And
Yeah.
it's gonna fuck.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I usually tell by the vocals.
Yeah.
When
But-
the vocals are like, I mean, you could tell when somebody can't record a drum set.
True. Yeah.
You can record when you can tell when somebody tried to record it with 3 mics as
Yeah.
opposed to like 12.
Right. Yeah.
You can tell the difference. Like a 3 mic, drum setup isn't bad. Like for metal, it can get a little washy. Like it all kinds of bleeds into each other. But if you're going for like a garage band type of feel, like yeah, sure, go for it. Like the thrashier, the better, right?
Right. Yeah.
So 3 mics, you got 2 over the cymbals and
Yep.
then 1 in the kick.
Yep.
And then like if you got the kick really hard, whatever else sounds is a plus.
Yep.
So
See, the trademark sound for old crusty death metal like that is the snare. Like if I hear that snare, dude, and I'm just like, dude, that's fucking crusty. Like if I hear that snare, I'm like, if I hear the crust on the snare is what sets the tone for me.
Well, that's the thing when you're using a 3 mic pattern like that. You have 1 in the kick. Obviously, it's going to pick up one thing, right? It's going to pick up the kick drum.
Yeah.
And then you just high pass or you low pass everything so that way all the highs are cut out. You hear no cymbals because all those frequencies are gone. You just cut them off. And then the other 2 mics are above the cymbals, above the crash and ride, and they are directly in between the snare drum. Or the snare drum is directly in between those 2. So you literally take a measuring tape and like measure or a cord and you just put your, pinch it on 2 spots. But you make sure those mics are centered like on the snare. And then the cymbals are closer, so the cymbals are obviously going to get picked up.
Yeah.
And the snare is in both of them. The snare is by far the loudest fucking piece of equipment on the drum set, besides the kick. But the kick is low frequency, the snare is high frequency.
Yeah.
So it's the loudest high frequency kick, or the loudest high frequency piece. And if it's not in between those two mics, you're gonna get some weird fucking sounding shit.
Yep.
So like you have two mics listening to that one drum is going to be the loudest.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is competing with that. So it's like when you hear that crusty ass sound, the snare's popping out because there's like fucking 2.5 mics listening to that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you have the battle of like keeping the cymbals in check.
Right.
You have to make sure the cymbals aren't fucking just going
Right. Yeah.
across the whole thing. That probably sounds like shit to all the viewers out there. Sorry. But yeah. I don't know. Going through audio school makes me a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
The more you know, the
Right.
worse it gets.
Yeah. I bet. Seriously, because then you just start to become all fucking like obsessed with it, you know. It doesn't sound perfect and fuck, you become a perfectionist.
Well, there's some people that get obsessed, but then it's just the fact that like you can hear what's not right, and like there's a way to fix it, and you don't know what the way is yet,
Right.
and like there's a million things you can try, but then there's the point where it's like as an audio engineer you have to sit back and go like, who the fuck is gonna give a shit?
Right.
Who's gonna care?
Right.
If that S is too hard? Who's gonna give a shit if that fucking one kick hits way too hard on that one quiet spot? Like, who's gonna care? Just compress it, move on. Make sure it doesn't make somebody's ears bleed, and just move to the next song.
Right.
Like, that's kind of my philosophy with Cytera right now.
Yeah.
It's like, if it sounds like the regular ass person is gonna rock out to it in their car, if it sounds good in a car, I'm good.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Let's move on. Let's keep going.
Perfect.
But I don't know. It gets pretty crazy when some bands sound like trash, and
Right.
It's like, how do they get away with it?
I don't know. Some of them, like I said, man, I think some of them, it's their aesthetic. I think that's just what they do. It's the sound they're looking for. Because I've seen some bands that are like that, that are just starting. They just love that old school trash can sound.
It's so strange.
Damn, I gotta piss again, dude.
That's right. That's what happens when you drink a bunch of beers.
I know. Beers in the morning, man. That's what happens.
Beers in the morning. We started drinking at 9 a.m.
I know. Fuck.
That's all right, dude. Well, I mean, we got a lot of stories in here, and it's been a good time. I like doing this podcast with people. I mean, I hope I can get more fans on that know as much as you do. It seems like you.
I feel like I have more too, but it's just not. I don't know. There's just forever.
You
There's
think this
so
is the
much.
first time you're going to be on here? This is the only time
Dude,
you're going
I'm
to be
here.
on my podcast.
I'm here. Hit me up, man.
Are you doing anything with bands? Like working at all with
Nope.
bands or anything?
Nothing. Just go to shows, man. That's what I do.
Fuck, man, get in the scene. Start supporting them.
See, I've always wanted to be more of a contributor to the scene, and every time I bring that up to anybody, they're always like, "Dude, you are the contributor to the scene. You're the one that's fucking showing up at every show."
Dude, just
which
talk,
I get
talk,
to.
talk to me after this. I got some ideas.
All right,
I need
cool.
people.
Oh, dude,
I need
got
people
you.
to make this work.
I would love.
Dude, I want the metal scene to grow so badly.
Okay.
So I feel like there's so many people who just don't see it and they can't understand it because they've never been to a show.
Yes.
And they need people to like get them into it.
Yeah.
They need people to like push them into the show. Like, trust me,
Yeah.
you're gonna fucking love this shit.
Exactly.
And like, it's violent, but I feel like people need violence. You know? They need that kind of shit to get it out of their system.
Yeah, get your aggression out.
But
yeah.
Anyways, it was good talking to you, man.
Cool. Yeah.
It was a good episode. I think we got a lot of stories in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully people like it.
Cool.
All right, man. Till next time.
Yep. Bye, internet.